Almeria hosted from October 7th to 11th a new edition of the ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria. With a unique place, is the only race of the Titan World Series that takes place in Europe. The Titan World Series, it's a racing program that we have at the moment in 3 continents. In the African continent, in the Middle East and in Europe. Morocco, which is 16 years old. Saudi Arabia, which will celebrate this year its 2nd edition. And Almeria, which has made its 3rd edition. Everything was ready for the start of the 3rd edition of the ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria. The Titans had 340 kilometers ahead of them, with more than 3,500 meters of positive elevation gain along a route that passed through the sea, mountains, boulevards, and the only desert in Europe.
La pasión que mueve.
The passion that moves in bike and motorcycle for me is the speed. To me, the best thing of the bike is to go down the ports or do descents on the mountain bike. It's what gives me adrenaline and passion.
Al motociclismo.
Welcome to ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria.
From the early hours of Thursday morning, the participants arrived at the Cabo de Gata Exhibition and Conference Center, city of Almeria, in the town of El Toyo for the verifications. The 2nd edition had participants from different backgrounds and 119 rookies who would become part of the Titan universe. Starting at 4:30 in the afternoon, the El Toyo Municipal Sports Complex hosted the set of an 11-kilometer prologue set out on a loop circuit. The previous stage was the key for the development of the ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria, as it served to define the order of the starting boxes for the first stage on Saturday, October 8.
Hi Connie, welcome back to the ŠKODA Titan Desert.
Yeah, hello.
Tell me, why a Swiss rider is going another time to the desert?
Yeah, because of the temperature. I prefer the heat and the sand, and I like Spain.
And tell me, what attracts you the most about the Titan format?
Yeah, it's the spirit in the camp. So it's the people are very nice together, and it's a really nice atmosphere. And then for sure also the challenge with the stages are long and hard, and a bit of navigation. So it's a mix of everything, and I like the format.
You did your debut in the ŠKODA Titan Desert Morocco in 2021, and now you are doing your debut in ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria. What is your purpose?
Yeah, for sure. After winning 2 times the Titan Desert in Morocco, I want to win also the ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria. And I'm excited. It has been a good season so far. So this is my last race in Europe this year, and I'm excited for it.
Now, Connie, that you can escape, I'm going to ask you a few questions. You can think about the answer. It has to be quick, okay?
Okay.
Racing or traveling?
Both together.
Are you more passionate or rational?
Passionate.
At what age did you start cycling?
10.
How many kilometers do you cycle in a year?
22,000.
Do you have any hidden talent?
Maybe cooking. No, I don't know.
If you weren't a biker, what would you be?
Traveler.
The ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria is
unique.
Thursday, December 9, the town of El Toyo woke up with a perfect sunny day to host the first stage of the ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria. At 8 o'clock in the morning, the departure was given from the Cabo de Gata Exhibition and Congress Palace, city of Almeria. With a loop route starting and finishing in El Toyo, the cyclists rode at a very high pace in the first section. First day marked by the wind and a first part that ran along the Cabo de Gata that gifted the participants with amazing landscapes, kilometer after kilometer. Once the Titans left the plain behind, they faced two demanding climbs that accumulated many meters of positive difference in just a few kilometers. Real fire test that made a dent in the rhythm of the participants. The current winner from Morocco, Connie Lusa, showed that he was coming to Almeria for all. It soon became clear that only Miguel Faust could keep up with Lusa. The one who didn't need help, relief or understanding of any kind was Vera Lusa. The Namibian cyclist, who comes from a more than creditable second place in the ŠKODA Titan Desert Morocco, showed that in Almeria, only victory was worth it. Between Lusa and Faust, everything was left for the final sprint, in which only 6 seconds separated them. Among the women, Fernandez, champion of the cross-country marathon in Catalonia, lost more than 30 minutes at the finish line to Vera Lusa. And tomorrow, more and better.
Es un universo singular.
It's a unique universe. It's a completely different race. It's a race that crosses lines, that exceeds limits, that exceeds the mountain bike guidelines. It's running in the desert. It's something that never no one would imagine.
Hoy vamos de la costa de Almería al desierto.
Zapatillas, culote.
Cycling shoes, shorts, jersey, helmet, glasses and bicycle, all ready. After a first stage touring Cabo de Gata, the cyclists prepared minutes before the race to face another mountain range. At 0800, the race started. From El Toyo, they had 65 kilometers ahead of them and 1,831 meters of positive elevation gain until they reached the camp. In the white town of Níjar, one of the jewels of Almeria, one of the greatest attractions of the day began, a 10-kilometer climb through the Huebro Pass until reaching Tomo del Perro at almost 1,100 meters of altitude. Tomi Missa tried to open a gap in the first section of the stage. For his part, Luis Angel Mate attacked the climb without forgiveness, taking advantage of his qualities as a climber. Ariadna Rodinas and Antonio Raul Gutierrez, who were leading the mixed duo category, squeezed themselves to the maximum in this section. the climb, Nissa was overtaken by the main group, with the first two classified in the general classification, Cuni Lusa and Miguel Faust keeping an eye on each other. At the start of the Ghost segment, Vera Lusa and Pilar Fernandez reached the sprint. Lusa imposed her law, and kilometre by kilometre, she was taking advantage of his rivals. From Loma del Perro, the participants began a descent along a sandy and stone path that had very technical steps to the beautiful town of Torrijos, entering the test into the second part of the stage. The landscape turned around, leaving behind the Mediterranean. The white stone, covered with bushes and sandy terrain, announced that the Tabernas Desert was getting closer. Once the most demanding part was overcome, the Ramblers reappeared. A very strategic stage, with several breakaway attempts neutralized and many riders conserving their strength with their sights set on tomorrow's stage. Mercadero, who remained in the leading group throughout the stage, opened a few seconds ahead, benefiting from his status as a local biker, and took advantage of them until the finish line. Connie Lusa preferred to save extra energy for the Queen stage and did not contest the sprint. Stage victory and expansion of her margin in the general classification for Vera Lusa. How are you? We are the Bicaneros, and we're going to teach you how ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria camp in the mini Hollywood oasis. There is a pool. I just took an amazing bath. Willie, tomorrow I'll go out with you, not with the bike. I hate the blender. John Smith, wake up. They're coming. The Indians. It's all posing. Here the body is crushed in the morning and is restored in the evenings. Physiotherapy. Everyone's at 100%. John, how are you? A few more to add. Look, those who skip checkpoints in the races, they put them here in the afternoon to snack. Let them really work. It's not all about riding a bike in the morning. Also, there are moments for recreation, leisure, to cultivate the mind. A couple of beers, please. And this is where we leave the bikes when we arrive, and they're all clean. Except for this gentleman, Jorge and mine. We haven't washed it yet. Amazing shots, huh? Look how he works. Every day in the afternoon, there's a briefing about the next day's stage. And now, here we have it in the saloon. Media magic, folks. I invite you all to the ŠKODA Titan Desert in Almeria. There is no better place in all of Spain to disconnect. Today, stage 3 of the ШKODA Titan Desert Almeria main stage, and also with Alto de Velafig, a mythical high road of the Vuelta a España. The Titans woke up at Titan camp before sunrise. Cuni Lusa, Luis Angel Mate, Vera Lusa, or Marcel Zamora were aware of what was at stake in this stage. ŠKODA, we love cycling. At 8 a.m., start the stage in the Tabernas Desert with a total of 116 kilometers and 2,307 meters of positive elevation gain. El Alto de Velafig is a legendary port for road cycling. With 1,820 meters, this mountain pass has been the highest final of La Vuelta a España 5 times. It was the ŠKODA Challenge segment that gave a bonus of 60 seconds to the fastest in the male and female categories. Mate attempted a solo breakaway at the start of the climb. Miguel Faust wanted to put Lusa to the test by opening a gap alongside Sergio Arnaud and Francisco Herrero, but Connie kept the attack under control and caught up with them. At the summit of Velafig, Luis Angel Mate came in first position, followed by Faust and Lusa 45 seconds behind him. Moments later, Vera Lusa arrived with a big group of cyclists. The Lusas claimed the 1-minute bonus granted by the ŠKODA Challenge segment. Paul Mazar crossed the finish line, achieving the first victory in the ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria. Vera Lusa once again imposed her law by crowning herself queen of the Tabernas Desert.
Hi Vera, welcome to the ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria.
Thank you.
So you've been Olympian, African cycling champion, and you've competed both on the road and mountain bike. What challenge you have left?
Sure, there's always new things to discover. That's why I'm here in Almeria to compete at the Titan Almeria this year.
Every year we see more and more girls joining the Titan peloton, but there are still many of us who doubt if this race is for us. How would you encourage them?
I think many women underestimate themselves. We women give birth to children. We can do anything. They should just come and do it and try, and they will see how awesome it is.
In your last Titan, you fought every stage. You were always trying and fighting to win a stage. Do you think that's your best value? That you never give up?
That's definitely a good value for myself, yes. I always try my best. I'm always racing. I'm not just riding. And I'm always keen to have a good show as well. I mean, we're here to race, and we're trying to show the world that women can also race.
Now that you can escape because we are driving, let's see how you answer these questions. You can think the answer. It has to be quick, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Olympic or world champion?
Olympics.
Are you more passionate or rational?
Rational.
At what age did you start cycling?
8.
Do you have any hidden talent?
No.
If you were not a biker, what job would you do?
Accounting.
Who is Connie Loser?
My best friend.
Who are the main contenders in this ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria for you?
The conditions.
Complete the sentence in one word. The ŠKODA Titan Desert Almeria is?
in the desert. That's not one of it.
Andalusia is a land to fulfill dreams, who gets along with the cyclist world of overcoming, of adventure. Andalusia has land where we see the sea, where we can smell the mountain, but above all, Andalusia marks.
Andalucía marca.
The Titan camp woke up with a spectacular light. Let's finish it now.
¡Somos Titanes!
A very, very tough race, with a lot of rambler, with a lot of sand, but above all, a very nice race.
Una convivencia muy guapa con todos los participantes.
From Tabernas to El Toyo, participants had to pedal in this stage 67 kilometers with 1,231 meters of positive elevation gain to reach the finish line and finally become Titans. The stage was short, fast and technical. There was tension, excitement, but also a desire to celebrate what has been an unforgettable adventure. A pure marathon section began, with some navigation included in the river sections. Vera Lusa and Pilar Fernandez went together for many kilometers. The race was fast, technical, but also a lot of fun. Tommy Missa, former world champion and pioneer of Spanish mountain biking, and Pilar Fernandez, Catalonia cross-country marathon champion, have taken the stage of the Legion Espiritu de Marcha. Nothing spoiled the party of Vera and Connie Lusa. They started as favorites and confirmed this label from the first day, but also for the more than 200 Titans who go home with a trophy, the fossil marble that accredits them as finishers.
Yeah, it's awesome. It went out perfectly. It was my main goal to win, and to finish it off is perfect.
In Morocco, I was very much a newbie. I didn't know what the racing was about there. In Morocco, I basically lost the race on the first day because, I just didn't know what was going on. Maybe I have to go back to try it again.
A Titan is more than a person who rides a bicycle. A Titan is a person who joins a big family, which has a common glue. That is the feeling, teamwork, effort, socialize, interact, be empathetic. And that transcends and overcomes the fact of pedaling, which is obviously the main reason of the race. But the format of our event makes them coexist and a fusion between all people who participate, regardless that they are cyclists, road professionals, world champions, or anonymous cyclists. That being a Titan is a condition, a reason to be.
Ser Titán es una condición, una razón de ser.